While we all sit and wait to think about who is going to replace Valérie Plante come the next municipal election next year, Projet Montreal, her party, has wasted very little time in coming up with a variety of candidates. In fact, I think we had a situation last week where every day, or at least every other day, someone else declared they would like to run for leadership of the party. Most recently, Laurence Lavigne-Lalonde, who is the mayor of Villeray, Saint-Michel, Parc-Ex, who declared this week, and she is on the line. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for hosting me.
I would ask right off the top, because the one thing that struck us when we heard that you put your name in was what you had first said about Airbnb. It's something that's been talked about a long time here in Montreal, and I know different candidates have different priorities. You said you would like to ban Airbnb in your first 100 days. Is that accurate?
Yes, for all the time that the housing crisis is on, I think we need to ban Airbnb.
Does that mean banning Airbnb citywide?
Yes, absolutely.
So, houses, apartments, condos, it doesn't matter, just no Airbnb in Montreal?
Well, if you live in your apartment and you go on holidays for 2 weeks and you want to rent your apartment, that's not a problem. What we want is to make sure that people stop buying apartment, condo to make money with those. Because there's a lot of people that struggle to have access to housing, and this is an impact on that. So I really do believe that as long as we have this housing crisis, we need to take strong action to erase the crisis. We need to act stronger and faster.
Is this a particular problem in your borough?
It's everywhere. Obviously, it's more on downtown Plateau Mont-Royal, Sud-Ouest, but in Parc-Ex, in Saint-Michel Parc-Extension, there is a few Airbnb as well. But the thing is, now with the bylaw that we have, it's possible at some place, other place it's not possible, and it's really hard for us at the city level to act when it's illegal Airbnb. So if we can have a stronger bylaw that ban Airbnb everywhere, it's going to be easier for us to act, because it's going to be just more evident for us to see if it's legal or not legal. With the bylaw that we have right now, it's really, really a struggle for our inspector.
Okay, let me move on from that and talk about some of the other issues that are important to you that you'd like Montrealers to know about beyond this Airbnb situation. What else would you be doing as leader of Projet Montreal?
Well, I always wanted to work for a sustainable, fair, and safe city. It's really what I started when I first presented myself to be city councillor in 2013. I believe in equal chances and equal opportunity, and I think at the city level there's a lot that we can do to make sure that citizens have what they need to flourish. So I'm going to work obviously on local economies, on mobility, on culture, on housing. It's really, really important for me. And also, I think we need to focus on the developing of the East Montreal. There's a lot of opportunity there for housing, for economy, for green space, and we didn't spend enough energy, resources, and money to develop the East of Montreal, and I think there's a lot we can do there.
One of the knocks against Projet Montreal, at least this current administration, has been that it's not business friendly. We heard that from downtown merchants. Of course, now we're hearing about St. Catherine Street, how that project wasn't even done in full consultation with those businesses. Would you do things differently that way?
Well, just in my borough last year, we did the first local strategy on economic development with PME Montréal, and we focused not only on local street, but also on industrial park that we have. So I do believe that we can do more to make sure that our merchants can flourish, but also that we can put emphasis on our industrial park that we have that needs to be considered as well, because they offer a lot of job opportunities. So I really do believe that we need a stronger development strategy for all Montreal. And of course, we need to communicate more, maybe communicate better with merchants. Saint-Denis is a good example. A lot of people were angry when we decided to put the REV, but now they understand that it had a really great impact on Saint-Denis. So I think we need to communicate better to make people understand what are our role as a city, but also what they can do to make sure that those projects they feel that they can work with us, that they can have their say to those projects. I think we need to maybe communicate better.
You mentioned Saint Denis, which is interesting with the REV, because we have heard, of course, since then, as well as it may have worked at the beginning, there are a lot of small businesses that have closed up because they can't afford to be in that area, because they're talking about a variety of different issues, including traffic and the fact that people are obviously having a difficult time there, parking cars. There's just not that much room anymore. The street has been narrowed. Do you feel Saint Denis has been a complete success?
Well, the last studies that we've received at the City of Montreal says that there was a lot of new a new store that opened there. A lot of them said that they have more clients, they have more money, so it's working. But it's true that when we change, when we give another vibe to a street, there's going to be change. Saint-Hubert, a lot of merchants closed, other open. There is always cycles on commercial streets, and we need to be more aware of that probably, and accompany the merchant better. But we do it a lot with PME Montréal, which now it's a really great network, and they are better and better to accompany not only the merchant but also the boroughs to develop strategies to make sure that we are putting in place strategies, not only taking each demand one by one, but we can have an overview of what we need to have economic places as neither it's a street or more an industrial pole. We need to have a better overview, a better strategy to make sure that we can accompany everyone.
Does your plan, as we're going to run out of time, does your plan also include more pedestrianizing of streets, for example, in the city, especially downtown, or in other areas that you think need to be?
I really do believe that every borough is different, is unique, and it's not something that I think right now that I would put in place everywhere. We need to do it with the borough, with the merchant, so it's not something that I want to put everywhere, but at some places it works, and it's really great for the city and the borough and the merchant, but it's not something that I'm just going to put everywhere.
Last question. What do Montrealers need to know about Laurence Lavigne-Lalonde?
Well, first of all, that I've been here since 2013. I was a city councillor. I've been 7 years on the executive committee. I'm a mother of 2 children. I understand how it is to be a family in Montreal. So I really do believe that I can represent a lot of citizens, and also that I'm going to be out in the next weeks, next month, to meet with citizens, to meet with borough councillor, to make sure that what we present is really what the citizens of Montreal need.
All right. I wish you luck. I thank you so much for the time. Merci beaucoup.
Merci. Au revoir.